Hi everyone, and welcome to my Sketchpad 5.1 tutorial. Today I'm just going to show you where to locate Sketchpad on the site, and I'm going to give a brief tutorial of how to use it and how you can go about experimenting with your rug designs. I recommend Sketchpad 5.1 because it's really easy to use and it runs in any of your internet browsers that you use. So Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. It'll run for all of those and you don't need to pay for it. And it's very easy to use as well. So if you haven't used a creative design software before, this one's a really good one to start. So come to the Learn page as you normally would. And we're going down to Assessment 3 Rug Design here. Okay, you're going to scroll down, keep scrolling until you come to Sketchpad here. So click on that. And this will then take you to Sketchpad 5.1. So if you don't see a white screen here in front of you, you can just go New, this plus sign here. And you can then choose a size of your windows. So what I do is you can click on this little arrow here, and I like to do size of viewport, and that'll just make your drawing board essentially the size of this viewport here, so you can use that. And I like to select blank as my template just so that there's no grids or anything like that. You've got a nice blank canvas to start on. Okay, so press create. So this will take you to an empty drawing board. So you've got a couple different options here. You can crop your image up here. I'll show you how to do that in a little while. You've got zoom if you need to zoom in on a particular part of your design. You've got your brushes here. Now these are really important. I'll go through this in a moment. You've got stars. So these are your shapes and things like that. You can add text if you want to. Now because this is an abstract assessment, we won't be using text because it's too literal. You've got clip art. So you can upload your images here. And you've also got the fill tool as well. So you can fill in the background of your rug, or you can fill in particular areas as well. So what we're going to do to start off, by this point you should have chosen which theme you'd like to use. So you've got your organic theme or your built environment. Once you've chosen that and you've chosen your 3 images, you can start off by loading your image in here as a reference. So for this you need to go to clip art, the face here. You want to choose load your own image. And now what I've done is I've actually saved the image that I want to use to my desktop. So I've called it water droplet. Okay. So I'm going to open that. And you can see that it's plonked it on this page here for me. Okay. So you can click on it just with the right mouse button, and you can move it around. I'm just going to leave it here for now. So now we're going to have a look at your brushes, okay? So you see the little feather up here that says calligraphy. If you click on this and you move down, you can choose your brush, okay? So I'm going to start out with the pen tool. So I'm going to click this. And you can see here that I've got a fill and I've got an outline. So I'm going to show you what this does. I'm going to click on this little droplet and it's going to change my fill to 100%. So this means that when I draw my image, it's going to be filled in. And the outline is obviously the outline of that image as well. Now if you click on these arrows here, this tool actually allows you to draw with gradients as well, which is really cool. So you've got your lineal gradients here. Your radials, takes a little while to load, but you've got these here. And you've got your patterns as well. Now because this is an abstract assessment, I'd stay away from the patterns for now, because you want to sort of be creating your own design, not relying on the ones that are inbuilt here. So we're going to go to pattern. And I'm going to choose black as my fill. No, sorry, no, I'm not. I'm going to make the fill white. So I'm going to click on white here, and then I'm going to leave my outline as black. Okay. Now you can see here, whoops, I just did a little dot. Now if you make a mistake like this, I'm just going to draw a little bit. Oh no, oh dear. What you can do is you grab your select tool, and all you need to do is click on the mistake that you've done, and then on your keyboard, just press delete. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of my little scribbles here. And then once you've done that, you go from your select tool, and then you click on the pen tool again. You can also change the width of your pen. Okay, you can make it chunky on either ends as well, so you can actually make it even on both sides. And now I'm going to start drawing. So I'm just going to literally outline the shape of this droplet. And you can see here, don't panic when you see this line, it's just your fill. So if you follow it around, there we go. You can see I've got a drop here. So we're going to go the select tool again. And we're actually going to click on our background. So this is a good way if you want to get rid of your background. I tend not to worry about layers in this program at all. I think that just copying, pasting your designs and scaling it that way is a lot easier than worrying about layers. So I'm going to click on this background and I'm going to press delete on my keyboard again. And now my background's gone. Okay. So I'm going to click on my blob, my little water droplet here. And you can see here that you've got these little nodes here, and this will let you change the scale of your image, and you can stretch it as well. So I'm just going to show you. So here you can see I'm scaling it. This is just right clicking and pulling on the node. If you hold shift, you can actually change the shape too. Okay. So you can see how I use my reference image to create this droplet shape here. Now I'm just going to show you a couple different brushes. The one I like to use is actually the calligraphy tool. So I'm going to keep it, you can see here, this checkered box means it's actually transparent. So you want to make sure that it's white. You can see the calligraphy tool looks quite nice. So I'm just going to create that blob again. Try and remember how it looked. Okay. You can see that it just provides a little bit more texture and it looks a little bit more smooth and graceful looking. You've got more of a graceful shape. So now I want to actually get a little bit of a design going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to say copy all. Okay. You want to do this with the select tool activated as well. So copy all. I'm going to click away and I'm going to go paste. Now you can see we've got two. Okay. So while it's still selected with the select tool, I can pull one of these nodes and I can change the scale of it. Now while it's selected, you can then actually go into the fill and you can change a color. So I'm going to make it pink. Here we go. So once again, if you make a mistake, you can press this, select it, sorry, and press delete. And you can also adjust the color in here as well. So I'm going to go for a pastel-y pink color. And I'm also thinking I might actually change my background color of this rug as well. So you can go to fill up here. You'll see vector fill. This is fine. This will fill in the whole background for you. And you can go color. And let's choose a light gray here. So you choose the light gray and then you click on your background. Okay? So that's changed the whole background of your rug for you. So this is where you can start experimenting as well. Just trying to get this to change here. There we go. So I've noticed a little bug with this as well. If it won't let you change the color for whatever reason, just go through the presets and select one and then select your color again. It's just a little bug I've noticed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select both of them. So you can click one, shift, and click the other. That'll select both. Okay, and we're going to go copy. It'll select both. That's right. Copy all and paste, and you can see here that now I have doubles. And you can already see, if you remember the aspect ratio of the rug here, it's already starting to look like a rug. Okay. So you can click on an individual one here. And I'm actually going to change the outline of this one. So we've got it set to black at the moment. I'm going to introduce a little bit of color here. So it was like I was saying, just have a play around with scale and color. See I'm changing the color of this one. Okay. Now I wouldn't necessarily recommend this color scheme. This is a bit interesting, but we're just having a play around at the moment. I'm just showing you what you can do. Now also as well, you've got blending modes here. So this sort of acts as different layer masks that you can use. So you can lighten things. You can see that's gotten rid of the background. You can overlay them to get a little bit more transparency there. Just have a play around. Difference, normal. Okay, so once again, shift and click to select all. Let's see if we can copy all and paste. So this is something I like to do. I like to just keep repeating. And you can see here that once if you start to change the colors around, you can actually start to really imagine this in a rug ratio here. Okay. So you can practice with lots of different brushes. You've got a spray paint brush here. If you made that the color of the background, for instance, and enlarged it, you could actually use it to simulate a textural pattern as well. Let's see if I can try that quickly. So if we make it this color here, I think that's the right color. And if we, well, the outline to be black, gray, sorry, that's what I want. There you go. So you can see if you diffused it enough, you can actually get a little bit of a textured effect there. Okay, if you want to crop it, here's the crop tool here. So remember I was saying in class that cropping your work can actually give you really interesting results. And then you double click it to crop. There we go, already looking a bit like a rug. So now that you've finished off your rug and you say, all right, awesome, I'm ready to save it, you can go down here. So you press export. And there's a few different ways you can save. So you can just save it straight to a directory on your computer, the way it is. You can save it directly as a PDF, if you like, or a PNG file as well, or a JPEG. It's really up to you. I'm just going to save it as a JPEG. And this is going to want to open it to my default Windows viewing program, which is Photos. Might be different for you. There we go. And then you can save as how you would normally save your documentation. So I'm just going to call it Rug Design 1. It's my desktop. And there you go. All right, everyone. I hope that helps. Any questions, as always, please feel free to let me know. I'm always here to answer anything if you need. And until then, stay well, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.